Hello friends, welcome back to the Tetrahedron chemistry classes. So guys, today I am here with you with the latest information about your IIT JAM examination for 2022. Okay, so as you know, your IIT JAM examination, which is your JAM admission test for masters, that is joint admission test for MSc in the IITs. Okay, and for 2022 there are certain things which you should know. Actually, the syllabus of your IIT JAM examination has little bit changed now, right? Especially when I'm talking about the chemistry part. So you know, this JAM examinations actually this examination is for various streams like mathematics, economics, right, chemistry, right, all these things, physics, etc. But today I'm going to discuss only for the physics, only for the chemistry. Okay, and you see, I'll also discuss actually what they have included in the latest syllabus and what they have excluded, and how the pattern of the questions would be, or say maybe in the maybe for your JAM 2022 examination. So as you can see here, in that case, important dates, there are certain important dates which you should know, and this date you see here, important dates. So 30th October 2021, right? So online registration will start and the application process will start for the 2022 examination. Then on the 11th of October 2021, closure of the online application process. That means this would be the last date to apply online. And then after that, at on 13th of February in 2022, this examination will held actually. Okay, and to 22nd March 2022, then your result would be announced. Okay, these things you should know. These dates are very important for you, so you should note these things. And then you see here, this is the fee structure, right? So one test, see, if you can appear actually more than one test, you can appear for two tests also. So for one test actually, and for female, and for, you see here, a female, or what I can do, I can just in that manner, for female and for SC, ST, and your economically weaker section, okay, or physically handicapped, economic weaker section, that is PWD, the fee is 750 only, and for two it is 1050, but you have to actually submit two separate application form for this one. Okay, this is something very important, which is very important, right? And these are the shift on 13th February 2022. So for your examination will be in your forenoon as well as in the afternoon, so there would be the two shifts, and your chemistry examination would be in the afternoon, right? Code for the chemistry examination is the CY, and you see the chemistry is written here. Okay, and after that you can see what would be a structure, right? So in that case, you can see here, JAM 2022 examination will be conducted as a computer based test, CBT test, okay, in the online mode only. So there is no offline mode, there would be only online mode, like you did, like actually NET as also actually now this NET examination is also using this online mode, like your NPTEL examination. Okay, the candidate can appear for either one test or the two test papers by paying the additional fees for the second paper, as I have discussed. Then pattern of the test papers, JAM 2022 test papers will fully objective, okay, with three patterns of the questions. First pattern would be the MCQs, multiple choice question. That means you will have four options for a given question, and you have to choose the correct one. Then you will have the multiple select question. Multiple select question means you will be given a question and it may have the more than one correct answer. Okay, that is MSQ. And third is the numerical answer type, that is NAT questions, right? And see, this is the eligibility criteria which you already know. What is the eligibility criteria? So I am not going into the details. What you can do, you can read it here. And remember one thing, this IIT JAM 2022 examination actually is conducted by the IIT Roorkee. So if you want to know the little more detail about this, so you can log in on this website, right? So, or you can simply type in the Google IIT JAM 2022 examination, then it will direct you to the IIT Roorkee website. Otherwise you can use this this link actually, right? jam.iitr.ac.in. So you will find the lots of information there. And after that you see here examination cities. So these are the cities actually in which actually you can find your center. So I'm not reading these centers again and again. Okay, and these are the some of the important email IDs here, which actually you actually seldom require for the queries actually. Okay, so this is the little information about your IIT JAM examination, which for 2022 examination. Now I am going to discuss the syllabus of the IIT JAM examination, what new has been added and what actually they have excluded from this. So here you can see this is my syllabus. Okay, this is IIT JAM 2022 syllabus. So the very important news is that, see, you can follow my cursor here. This you can see here the mathematical part, right? Basic mathematical. This unit has been excluded from the IIT JAM examination. In the earlier examination, you are having say 2 questions from this particular unit, which includes your various aspects of the basic mathematics, which is very important to understand any scientific concept. But according to me, actually the removal of this unit is not a very good decision, because you see, you will always require this much of mathematics to understand the fundamentals of the chemistry also. Okay, so it is not a very good part that, see, some they may be the see, for biology students, they may think that okay, removal of this unit is very good, so we can now actually freely prepare chemistry. But remember, if you qualified your in near future, if you qualified your JAM examination and you take your admission in the IIT, any IITs for your MSc and further for if you go for the PhD, then guys, remember, you will always require this much of mathematics, in fact more than this much of mathematics, to understand the fundamentals of the chemistry completely. So my personal advice is that, though this part has been excluded from the IIT JAM examination, but you should prepare or you should learn the mathematical concept very properly, because without this, see, later on when we move in the discussion of the syllabus part, then you will find okay, they have excluded this mathematical part, but you see, whatever you will learn, you will apply in the next unit also, right? Say for example, in the physical chemistry, there is thermodynamics. Okay, so there are certain things which they have added in the thermodynamics, as well as in the quantum chemistry also, right? So quantum chemistry requires lots of rigorous mathematics. However, it is difficult for the biology students, but my personal advice is that they should learn these concepts. They are not very difficult. You can follow any YouTube channel of any expert and go for the mathematical concepts, because without mathematical concept there is no chemistry. Remember one thing. Okay, so now I am going to discuss the syllabus, what they have included. So first I am discussing this physical chemistry part. So this is the unit 1, and that unit 1 actually, this syllabus is the old syllabus, right? This you can see here, this is the old syllabus which I am highlighting right now. So if you compare this syllabus with this one, so there is not much change in this. There is not much change. You see here you can see, you can read it actually, right? So what you will find in that case, in the old syllabus, you are not actually finding the de Broglie equation, but in that case you are having this de Broglie postulates also. So this part actually has been included in this, and the part actually which actually physics people generally learn, the black body radiation. You can see this is the black body radiation and photoelectric effect. This part actually generally physics people learn, but chemistry people generally skip that part. But this thing now has been added in the IIT JAM syllabus also, so you have to look for these things also, like Planck's black body radiation, photoelectric effect, right? de Broglie equations, all these things, right? And uncertainty principle was earlier actually it was there, and it is now also it is there. And similarly you can see here then they have included this mathematical Schrödinger wave equation, that is the mathematical treatment only. But no need to worry about that, because this Schrödinger wave equation you will learn in the detail in more detail in your quantum chemistry part. Okay, so this is the first unit. However, there is not a very appreciable change in this, but if you focus on the syllabus, then you will find now they have actually actually written or this syllabus in much more detail, what you need to learn to qualify that particular examination, what you can actually escape. So this is actually very good. According to me, this is according to me, it is actually very good when you have the clear cut idea about what actually you will you have to learn to qualify the examination. It will always be good. Like you can see here, they have actually given you this psi 2, that means the significance is complex number, idea of the complex number I, right, complex conjugate, right, and orthogonal wave function. These things actually were learning early in the old syllabus. They didn't mention actually. And you can see then particle in one dimension. This is quantum mechanical part actually, right? You see here, they have included this quantum mechanics very in very great deal. You see here in the earlier syllabus what they have written. They have only written this part, which is what? Schrodinger wave equation. Right, after that they actually didn't mention anything in the your old syllabus, but in the latest syllabus you can see here Schrodinger wave equation, okay, then postulates of your quantum mechanics, normalized and orthogonal wave function, its complex conjugate, that means concept of the I actually has been included here, then significance of your psi, operators, particle in one dimension box, radial and angular wave function for hydrogen atom, radial probability distribution, right, all these things they have actually clearly mentioned in the syllabus. It is very good actually. And see, by actually seeing this particular unit, you must understand that this syllabus is now actually related to the GATE examination as well as for the NET examination. Right. So actually the level of the questions would be actually quite difficult expected to be quite difficult in the upcoming examination. Okay. Why? Because they have included the various things which generally include which are generally there in the GATE and the IIT JAM examination. So you should understand this thing. Okay. And this actually quantum mechanical part is very important. So this is the first unit, and then you see here second is your second unit, which is actually theory. So theory of the gases, which is equation of, see in the old syllabus you see they have written this thing on this much only, Maxwell distribution law, right, equipartition of the energy, all these things. But in the latest syllabus they have clearly mentioned that you have to learn this kinetic molecular model of the gases, collision frequency they have included, collision diameter they have included, mean free path, viscosity of the gases, right, all these things. Then ideal gases, deviation from the ideal gases, behavior, all these things they have included. So now the your syllabus is quite clear for this examination. Okay. So now if you see the next unit, this is your solid state, and in solid state you can see also this is your old syllabus. This one is your old syllabus, which generally says the crystal and the crystal systems, like the X-ray, NaCl and KCl structures, close packing, atomic radii, radius ratio rule, lattice energy, all these things. But in the latest syllabus they have actually included certain thing which actually are very important to understand the solid state, which, right, you can see here they have clearly mentioned here the Bragg's law, okay, and lambda equals to 2d sin theta, right, and the question based on this, they actually are the most probable question for the upcoming examination. Okay. Then they clearly mention that the Miller indices, okay, then your 7 crystal systems, then Bravais lattices, all these things they have included. And finally you can see here the important thing is that defects in the solid. This part is very important. You will see Frenkel defect, Schottky defect, all these things, right. So this again solid state is well defined. Then after that you are having this chemical thermodynamics, guys. You can see this is something very important, this chemical thermodynamics. Earlier in the old syllabus you are having only the chemical thermodynamics, reversible and the irreversible process, first law and its application to the ideal and the non-ideal gases. Then there is thermochemistry part, second law, entropy and free energy criteria. So in the old syllabus actually there was very much less information about the topics which you need to study to qualify that particular examination. But now you see here again this part basically related to the CSIR NET examination. This is something very important and which requires actually the mathematics. See, they have excluded the mathematical part, but they have included these things, the mathematical treatment, exact and inexact differentials. Here you can see exact and inexact differentials, partial derivatives they have actually included in that case. Then Euler's reciprocal rule, cyclic rule, they included all these things, right? And they all are based on the first unit which they have excluded in that in this particular part. So there is no need to be happy actually by seeing that the first unit has been excluded, but because based on that first unit actually you are having various concept here. That means the thermodynamics actually they have included in the very much detail actually, right? So when this much of detail is there, so that means you need to know the mathematical concept for this one, okay? And after that you can see that they have written this here, reversible and irreversible process, laws of thermodynamics, then thermochemistry, right? Then enthalpy, entropy, all these things they have clearly mentioned here. So this thermodynamics part actually has been exceeded so much in that case. And see, it is my personal advice to you to prepare this particular unit. What you can do, you can solve the previous year CSIR net examination question papers also, right? You can solve the questions there which actually has been which have been asked in the previous year CSIR net in the gate examination in the thermodynamics, okay, to prepare the upcoming 2022 JAM examination. This is something very, very important which you should know. And after that you see in the old syllabus you are having this chemical and the phase, and new syllabus actually this new syllabus is very, very well defined. So what extra things they have included here? So there is not much they have included, but they have clearly written in the new syllabus that you have to study the Raoult's law, deviation of the Raoult's law. You have to study the Henry's law, which is the application of your Raoult's law, right? Then your colligative properties, then Gibbs phase rule you have to study, right? These things they have included. And then you see two component system were also there, and they are also there in your in this particular syllabus also. So there is not much change, but still they have included some certain very, very important thing. See this actually if you see here, solubility and the solubility product, right? See condition for the precipitation, you know, when your solubility product exceeds from the ionic product, then ionic product, when your ionic product exceeds the solubility product, then the precipitation would occur. Then you go for the acid base titration. When you do the acid base titration, then you have the phenolphthalein indicator and your methyl orange indicator. These things I have actually completed in my channel also, acid base titration and all these things, and titration curves they have included. Then indicators, right? These are the chemical substances which changes color according to the changing pH of the solution, right? And different types of the indicators are there depending upon the types of the titration, right? So these things you must understand. Then phase equilibria, very, very important. Single component sulfur system, water system, they are always there, but now they have also included in the two component system, right? So eutectic system you have to study. So now the syllabus is actually quite well defined. And if I move further here, then electrochemistry, which is again very, very important. You see they have added certain very, very important thing in the electrochemistry. Yet they have actually clearly mentioned here applications of the EMF in the measurement of the potentiometric titration. So now you have to actually learn the potentiometric titration also. But the important thing is that in the old syllabus polarography is there, but this polarography is not actually there in the new syllabus. So you not need to study this polarography here, but definitely you will study the potentiometric titration, right? And then they have clearly mentioned some other things also, like Faraday's law. Earlier there were no Faraday's law of electrolysis, but they have included these Faraday's law of electrolysis. So if you want to prepare this Faraday's law of electrolysis, then you can go for the G mains and the G advanced question papers of the previous years. So whatever they will ask actually, so the question would be more or less like that, your G mains and G advanced questions which are based on the Faraday's law. Okay, then applications of electrolysis and metallurgy, right, refining and all these things which you need to study. And now they have actually clearly mentioned you need to study the Nernst equation. Okay, that means the temperature dependence of the electrode potential or the cell potential. Then you need to study the standard electrode potential. Then obviously there would be the questions like that, the applications of the electrochemical series actually, right? So these things actually they have included. Then you need to study this concentration cells also, right, with transfer as well as without transference. Okay, so these things they have been included. and these are very important for the students which actually study the physical chemistry, and they want or say they want to do some actually research in the physical chemistry. So these are the basics, and this electrochemistry actually has been increased so much, and you need to study hard. And my suggestion is that you go for the G mains and the G advanced examination to prepare this one, because in the CSIR net and the gate examination there are certain things which actually has been asked from this particular topic. Okay. After that you can go for your chemical kinetics. Okay, so you see here chemical kinetics also they have actually mentioned pretty much detail. Now you need to study various things actually, like your Lindemann mechanism. Okay, then temperature, this is Arrhenius equation. Temperature dependence of reaction rate is nothing but it is the Arrhenius equation. Okay, then the concept of the activation energy. Then see, they have included this catalysis part, types of the catalyst, specificity and the selectivity of the catalyst, mechanism of the catalyzed reactions at the solid surfaces. Enzymes earlier was there. Now they are also here in this particular syllabus also. And then you can go for the acid base catalysis, double reciprocal plot, all these things, right? Maintain mechanism. Earlier actually these things were not there in the syllabus, but now they have included. So you can clearly go for the syllabus and mark your textbook, or search your textbook and mark your syllabus according to this. Mark your syllabus in your books actually, right? And then go for the preparation. Then again you see here your adsorption. So there is not much change in the adsorption part. Your old syllabus and new syllabus is more or less same, so there is not much change in this, no need to worry about that. And after that you see here spectroscopy. So there is not much change in the spectroscopic techniques. Similarly old and the new syllabus are same. The important news is that in the physical chemistry part they have included the new unit, and that unit is the liquid state. Now you need to know the physical properties of the liquid state, concept of the vapor pressure, which actually you have already studied in your solution part. Then surface tension, right, and applications of the surface tension at the surface tension at the bottom, right, and the coefficients of the viscosity, right, eta, and applications of the eta, right, you need to study. Okay, then effect of the concentration of the solutes and the surface tension and mechanism. So this is the new unit, and this unit is actually very well given in your Puri Sharma Pathania book as well as in your Chatwal book, and there are various physical standard books, you can go through them. Okay, so this is all about your physical chemistry. Now go back to your next part, which is your organic chemistry, which is something very important. So if you see your old syllabus and your new syllabus, so there is not much change in the old syllabus and the new syllabus. What is the change in that case? You see here all things actually are same, which they have mentioned earlier. Now the important thing is that they have now included this Decalene systems. This is something very important, cis and the trans Decalene systems and their stereochemistry. And see, if you have followed my lectures on stereochemistry, then I have made extensive lectures on this conformation system, and I have discussed this cis and trans Decalene systems and questions related to them actually. And see, few days back I have also uploaded uploaded lectures on your general organic chemistry, where I have discussed the cis and the trans Decalene systems, their stereochemistry, and question based on this. Rest all things actually are same. So now you need to study this cis and trans Decalene system. If you haven't actually learned these things, so you can search actually you can search the Decalene systems, Decalene stereochemistry by tetrahedron chemistry classes, then you will find the results. So this is something very important. You need to learn the stereochemistry of the Decalene system. Rest all things are actually quite same. So this is something very important which you should know. So this is included. And after that, reaction mechanism. So this is your old syllabus. So in the old syllabus, what actually I have noted this, your dienone phenone rearrangement. This actually has been excluded now. So in your old syllabus, dienone phenone rearrangement was there, but in the new syllabus this reaction actually has been excluded. So this is now, this dienone phenol rearrangement is not the part of your IIT JAM, but say they removed this dienone phenol, but they have included this reformative reaction. Okay, so reformatic reaction means they have included your organozinc compound. In the old syllabus, if you see, if I go back and see my old syllabus, so in the old syllabus earlier you were having your only organolithium and the organocopper compounds, but now they have included your organozinc compounds. Okay, and then the reformatic reactions. Okay, so you know the reformatic reactions, conversion of the carbonyl compounds into the hydrocarbons, they have included these things. Rest all these things actually are quite same, so there is no need to worry about them. So there is not much change in that case. Now if you go back, if you go further, which is your not quality, see reaction mechanism, I can go check this. Okay, organic reaction mechanism. Okay, this is the new syllabus, and what actually I am looking in that case, okay, this part actually, right? You see nucleophilic substitution reaction, elimination reactions and their mechanism. Like your SN1, SN2, now they have clearly mentioned. See, in the earlier syllabus you were not having this part. Okay, you can see here, you can check here, they didn't mention your SN1, SN2 in the old syllabus, but in the new syllabus they have added this SN1, SN2 and elimination reaction. And to understand the complete concept of your SN1 and your SN2 reaction, I have already made a extensive lecture on this one, say more than 2 hours lecture. You can go through and learn the concept, and your question will be there from that particular lecture only. Okay, this is something very, very important which you should know. So organozinc actually they have included along with your nucleophilic substitution and the elimination reactions. Okay, then your old syllabus and new syllabus, when it comes to the organic analysis, they are the same. Identification of functional group by chemical test. So again they are by chemical test. UV, IR and proton NMR spectroscopy is there in that case. Okay, so there is not much change in that case. Okay, so this is your this part. Natural product chemistry is same, right, in old and the new syllabus. This actually they didn't change this part. Okay, and after that you see your aromaticity and all these things, heterocyclic compounds, they are more or less same actually, but in that case you can see here they have clearly mentioned that you need to study the bicyclic systems also along with the monocyclic systems. That means the aromaticity of your tricyclic system, bicyclic system and the monocyclic system. Earlier this part was also there, so there is not much change. The only thing they have changed actually, they have included this electrophilic and the nucleophilic aromatic substitution. Now you have to study the benzene reactions also, the reactions which are taking place on the benzene nucleus and the reaction which are taking place on the side chains of the your benzene. So you need to learn these things. So they have included this new thing actually. Okay, so now the syllabus is actually quite well defined. Now you can see here your inorganic chemistry. So in the inorganic chemistry, again you see here in the old syllabus they only mentioned this part, periodic properties, some of the periodic properties and general method of isolation and purification. But now they have clearly mentioned that you need to study the above principle, your periodicity, variation of orbital energy, effective nuclear charge. When it comes to the effective nuclear charge, then obviously you will always learn your Slater's rule. Okay, that Slater rule becomes very, very important when it comes to the effective nuclear charge. However, they didn't mention that Slater's rule is there, but you see when shielding constant and effective nuclear charge concept is there, then definitely they will ask the question from the Slater's rule. So you need to study this thing. Then your atomic, covalent and ionic radii. Okay, I have made a video on this, you can go through and search and you can learn the things. Then your electron affinity, which is electron gain affinity, then electronegativity. See guys, I have made a very extensive lecture series on the electronegativity, and in the last examination, right, they have actually asked the Eldred-Roschow scales of the electronegativity, which I have discussed few months back before that CSIR net examination. So in the upcoming examination also you may ask the question based on the electronegativity. Generally the scales of the electronegativity, there are various scales of the electronegativity which they may ask in the upcoming examination. So you should be very, very careful about that. Okay, and after that you see here the chemical bonding part. Okay, so in the chemical bonding part, So this is the old syllabus, which is actually quite vague type. So they actually mentioned a single thing there, the types of bonding, Vesper theory, and shapes of the molecule, and after that the hybridization, dipole moment. See guys, few days back I have made a very extensive lecture on this dipole moment and the concept of dipole moment. See that particular lecture and learn the concept from there actually, right? Then you see the structure of the sodium chloride and cesium chloride, which is already there in the your solid state part, but they have also mentioned this part here. Then you need to study this structure of the graphite and the diamond. This is something very important, right? Why graphite is used as the lubricant. Okay, then concept of the lattice energy. This is the old syllabus, but in the new syllabus actually, so packing of ions they have clearly mentioned. Now you have to go for the radius ratio rule, Born-Lande equation, right? And your Kapuscinski expression, your Madelung constant, Born-Haber cycle, solvation energy, polarization, power and polarizability. It simply means the Fajans rule, and I have made the extensive lecture on the Fajans rule. You can go through and learn the concept from there. And after that they clearly mentioned you need to study this covalent bond, Lewis structure, your valence bond theory, concept of the hybridization, molecular orbital theory for the diatomic molecules, right? Say only for the diatomic molecules, okay, and simple polyatomic molecules like BF3H2O, right, and some other ions also. Then multiple bonding, how the formation of the sigma and the pi bonding would occur in that case. Then van der Waals forces, ion dipole. See, this is again very important part, and this they actually CSIR net examination, last CSIR net examination, they have asked the question from this ion dipole forces. So these are certain very important things. Why they have included in this part? See, I have seen the BTech first year or BTech chemistry syllabus for IITs. So actually they have included these things like your potential energy, surfaces, all these things. So you need to study all these things, right? And then you see the hydrogen bonding. They have clearly mentioned the hydrogen bonding and effect of the intermolecular. See, this hydrogen bonding is a very extensive topic. See, you may find thousands of application in the chemistry based on this hydrogen bonding, and I have made extensive lecture on the hydrogen bonding, 2 or 3 lectures, somewhere around 1.5 hour actually, each lecture from 1 hour or 1 to 1.5 hour. So you can understand the things from there. See, it is not possible for anyone to actually complete all the applications of the hydrogen bonding, but I have completed numerous examples, right? So you have to go for that. Okay, then you see the molecular polarizability is there, bond, dipole, and all these things are there, right? So they have actually clearly, this syllabus is very clearly well defined now. Then you see the main group element. See, this is the problem. Main group element is the problem for every student, because see, in the old syllabus what they have written, they have written the main group elements like S and P block elements. See, in the S and P block, entire periodic table is there when it comes to the S and P block elements, but they have actually they have did a very good thing by clearly define that what you need to study in the S and P block elements and what you need to what you not need to study. Now they have clearly mentioned you actually learn the reactions of the alkali and the alkaline earth metals with the oxygen. Okay, this is very important part, and this is the usual syllabus of your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced examination. You can learn the concept from there, and you can learn the questions, or you can check the questions what they have asked in the JEE Mains and the JEE Advanced examination. You can prepare those questions. Those would be very helpful for you. Okay, and the reaction with the hydrogen, reaction with the water. Okay, and then see your non-aqueous solvents are there is a very important topic which is known as the non-aqueous solvent. So this liquid ammonia is basically the non-aqueous solvent, and now they are asking the question, they may ask the question, the alkali and the alkaline earth metals in liquid ammonia. Okay, this is something very important. And then inert pair effect is very important. See, why the +2 and +4 oxidation states, in which actually out of these two, +2 and the +4 oxidation state of certain metal, which would be actually the more stable, which would be not. Okay, based on the inert pair effect, you can learn these things. Then diborane, a very important compound, right? Your B2H6, and the chemistry of the B2H6 is very important, which you should learn actually. This is very important part, and I am sure that they definitely ask the question from this diborane part. This is very important. Okay, then ammonia, silane, phosphine, and hydrogen sulfide is there. Allotopes of carbon. See, you must learn about your fullerenes actually. right? Your buckyball fluorine C60 molecule, okay? Then oxides of the nitrogen, your laughing gas N2O, nitrous oxide, right? Then your oxides of the phosphorus, right? Phosphorus pentaoxide, phosphorus trioxide, their chemistry, their bond length, all these things. And oxo acids of the phosphorus, which is very, very important. Basically this inorganic chemistry part, if you see the IIT G mains and G advanced textbooks, so you will find the details related to all these topics from there. So this is now very, very clearly defined what you need to study. And then you see here your old syllabus transition metals, right? And in the new syllabus they have actually clearly well defined. However, there is not much difference between all these things, right? So they now see they have included this. This is something very, very important, the organometallic compounds. And you know, I have made a very extensive lecture series on your organometallic compounds also, so you can go there and learn the concept from there. So basically this part. So see guys, I am telling you, if you learn the coordination chemistry and your organometallic transition metal organic chemistry from the tetrahedron chemistry classes, so I believe that you would be able to attempt all the questions of your any examination like GATE, NET or IIT JAM. So it's my suggestion to you, please learn tetrahedron, so please learn coordination chemistry as well as your transition metal organic chemistry from the tetrahedron chemistry classes to understand the topics completely. Then there comes, you see, the bioinorganic chemistry. There is not much change in that case, so no need to worry about that. Then your instrumental analysis, there is not much change in that case. And then analytical chemistry. Now see, this analytical chemistry, again I want to emphasize that, see what they did actually earlier, they have they actually have included acid base titration in certain unit. Okay, now here they are also asking the EDTA titration, right? Complexometric titration, your oxidation reduction titration, acid base titration. Again they are writing the same, they have written the same thing in old syllabus. Now if you check the new syllabus, again the same things are there, your acid base titration, oxidation reduction, complexometric. Like this EDTA, I have made a very extensive actually practical, along with the practical with the numerical, I have made a video on this. You can find the water hardness by EDTA method by tetrahedron chemistry classes, then you will find all these things, right? And then I have also discussed the indicators, basic idea of the indicators, all these things. So there is little change in this, you need to study, okay? And then you are having the last thing, your new unit which is added in that part, which is your extraction of the metals in the metallurgy part, general method of your general methods of isolation and purification. But they have now mentioned the Ellington diagram, and this Ellington diagram is a very routine question for your JEE mains and the JEE advanced examination. Okay, so they generally ask the question from them. So what you can do, you can learn the Ellington diagrams in pretty much detail. Lots of people have made the video on this Ellington diagrams, so you can learn from there. However, I haven't made the video on the Ellington diagram, but I will definitely make a very extensive lecture with the various questions which have been asked in the previous year, any previous year examinations based on the Ellington diagrams. Okay, so this is all about the discussion about the syllabus of the IIT JAM 2022, which has been changed now. And in my view, this is now very good that student actually will have the clear idea what they need to study and what they do not need to study. But again, my important suggestion for you guys is that don't be so happy by seeing this exclusion. Okay, that means exclusion of this mathematical part. It is not actually good part. See, it is not a part that actually gives you happiness. According to me, whether this part is there or not in any syllabus, you must learn these concepts to understand the chemistry, right, when it comes to the higher level chemistry. Okay guys, so this is all about the information about the IIT JAM 2022 examination. Okay guys, hope you like the lecture. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much.